Instagram, homework help. Time for homework help. Let's start. You should be on page 102 and 103. Here's the example problem. An aquarium has 6 female sea turtles. Each turtle lays up to 1,785 eggs a year. Wow. If each turtle lays 1,785 eggs this year, how many eggs will there be in all? What? Oh, I get it. They're okay. So anyway, you got to do 6 times 1,785. So the way they did it is they put the 6 on this part of the model, and then they put 1,780 and 5. That's all the different parts of this big number right there. They multiplied. They added it all up. They got 10,710 eggs. Let me just say my little thing for this, okay? Whenever they give you one little number times one big number, I actually don't like to use the area model like they did. I like to do it with partial products, and I'll remind you of what that is in a second. That's like when you split it up, kind of. Anyway, I only like to do a multiplication model when they give you 2 numbers, and both of those numbers have double digits. You see a difference where they have like one little one and one big one, and then here they just have 2 double-digit ones? I think area models are better for this kind of multiplication, and this kind we should do a little differently. And hopefully in the homework you'll see what I mean. So look at number 16. A deli is preparing trays of sandwiches. There are 15 trays, each with 24 sandwiches. How many sandwiches are there? Okay, so 15 times 24. No problem. So if I were you, this is a scenario where I would do the area model. I would draw myself a little box. Wait, let me do it lower actually. Sorry. Draw myself a little box. Wow. Stupid computer. And then I would make 4 corners. And I would put 24. So I'd put 20 and 4 for 24. And then 15 is a 10 and a 5 for 15. Now watch very carefully. This multiplication is not hard, and you could possibly do it in your head if you know the rules. So think about when you see these 2 numbers with double digits, think about the first one, okay? The first one. So what's 2 times 1? Ha! 2 times 1, that's 2. But don't forget those zeros that we have to add on. And then, what's 2 times 5? 2 times 5, ha! That's 10. But don't forget the 0 that you have to add on from the 20. How about 4 times 1? 4 times 1, ha! That's 4. But don't forget that 0 that lives right there. He gets to join the party. And then 4 times 5, well, there's no zeros this time. And 4 times 5 is an easy table. 4 times 5 is 20. Now add it all up. 200 plus 40, 240. 100 plus 20, 120. Now we got to add these guys up. Let me put them over each other so I don't accidentally confuse myself. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 2 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. 360 what? 360 sandwiches is the answer. Alright, owner of bookstore, 12 bookstores, buying 32 copies. How many books is the owner buying? Oh, okay, same thing we did literally 1 minute ago. I'm going to go a little faster, try to keep up. Make my box, 4 corners. I see a 12, so I'm going to put 10 and 2 for my 12. And then for my 32, I'm going to put 30 and 2. For these numbers right here, I'm going to try to pay attention to the first ones and then just add on the zeros at the end. 1 times 3 is 30. 1 times 3 is 3. And then you add both of those zeros and you get 300. 1 times 2 is 2. and then you add on that 0 and you get 20. 2 times 3 is 6. Add on that 0 and you get 60. 2 times 2 is 4. No more zeros to add on. 300 plus 60 is actually going to be 360. 20 plus 4 is going to be 24. Write it below so you don't make a mistake adding by accident. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8. 3 plus nothing is 3. Final answer, how many books? 384 books. That went pretty quick. I mean, once you know it, you know it. And you go blah, blah, blah. If that was too fast for you, feel free to replay it. I'm on a video after all. And last question. All right, here's one where I wouldn't make our area model. A hardware store has 147 containers of paint. If each container holds 5 gallons of paint, how many gallons of paint are at the store? Okay, this is how I would, actually, how many more room? How many more room? Darn it. I'm going to do it on the bottom. This is how I would do this. Since we have a longer number and then one little number, just 5 all by itself, I think the better way to see this is by doing it like this. What's 5 times 7? Don't look at the whole thing yet. Look at one piece at a time. What's 5 times 7? That's 35. So go ahead and write 35. Then, you know what this 4 is, don't you? It's not really a 4. It's in the tens place, so it's a 40. So the 40 from that, the 0 from that 40 actually lands right here. Now you can treat it like a 4. What's 5 times 4? 20. Okay? And now you've got a 1 right there. But what is that 1? Well, that 1 isn't really a 1, is it? What place is it in? It's in the hundreds place. So you put 2 zeros right there right away before you even do anything. Why? Because if this 1 is actually a 100, how many zeros does it have? It has 2, but you just put them over there instead. Now you can do 5 times 1, which is 5. Now you add it all up. 5 plus the zeros, 3 plus the zeros, 2 plus 5. You get a final answer of 735. That's right there. That's C. Dale chose A as the correct answer. How did he get that? He chose A? Well, he got the 35 part right. Why did he? Oh, I know what he did. I know what he did. I know what he did. 235 is what would happen if you completely ignored that 500. Like if you did 35 plus 200, that would get you 235. I think what Dale did is he did 5 times 7 correctly, and he got 35. And then he put the 1 0 from 40. And then he did 5 times 4, and he put the 20. And then he added 35 plus 200, but he completely ignored what you do with the 5 times that 100 in the 100 spot. So since he ignored that, he got the wrong answer. You can fill that in with your own words. You just heard me talk about it. It was great doing homework with you guys. That's the end of the week. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.